Welcome to the Social Engineer Podcast, the Human Element series. This is a special episode. It's going to be a short one. I'm your host, Chris Hadnagy, the founder and CEO of Social Engineer, LLC, social-engineer.org, and the Innocent Lives Foundation. And I've been hosting this podcast ever since 2009. Today, I have no co-host because I want to talk to you about something really important. It's no secret. COVID is just ravaging the whole earth, isn't it? Every time we turn around when we think we've made a little bit of progress, it seems like we're taking 5 or 6 steps right back. I don't know where you live personally, but where I am, we're now seeing the Omicron variant really just wreaking havoc. It seems like every day we're seeing double or triple the numbers of people who are getting sick. With that, you can understand that probably there's a lot more scams. In our area, there's these tents now that popped up. It says free COVID-19 testing. Now, why has that happened? Recently, my teenage daughter got a job at a restaurant, and there was a scare. Someone had come into the restaurant and afterward called in a day later saying that they tested positive. We searched high and low, everywhere, in every pharmacy looking for at-home tests. Appointments were booked for days, and we couldn't get one in the local doctor's offices. We could not find an at-home test anywhere. So we started looking around at these tents. Maybe we can go there. I wanted to do a little research. And I found something shocking, and that is really why we're doing this special episode. A lot of these pop-up COVID-19 free testing areas ended up being scams. They were asking for things like your driver's license, passports, or social security number. They were collecting that data. Then they were doing the swab tests, and the results were never coming to you. They were collecting things like your name, your phone number, your email address, in addition to things like what I just said, social, your passport, or your driver's license, or all three. Then you can imagine what would happen next. A lot of these poor folks that fell for that were victims of identity theft. What can we do? We're in a situation where we're looking to find something, to find some help, to be able to get some type of notification that we're sick or not. And yet that's becoming used for a scam. Well, there's a couple tips that have been floating around that I wanted to bring to your attention in case those tents are also in your area. First, is the tent related to a reputable, known healthcare establishment? Now, just because it's in the parking lot of one doesn't mean that it's attached to it. Look at the people who are running that tent. Are they dressed like healthcare workers? Do they look like people that you would see in an office where you would go normally to get your COVID-19 test? If not, be leery. Second, if you've ever had a COVID-19 test and you went into your doctor's office, what do you provide? Usually your healthcare card. That's what you provide. Not a passport, a driver's license, or your social security number. If they start asking for data like that, I would definitely leave and not provide it. And thirdly, you can just do a little review. Some of the ones my wife wanted to take my daughter to, we looked up on Google reviews. And what we found is people complaining about that particular tent, saying that they handed all this information over, never got their test results back, and when they tried to call, nobody answered the phone number. Now, it's sad that we have to rely on other people falling for the scam just so we don't. But using those 3 methods, it may keep you safe. Many of us are really afraid of COVID-19 and all the variants that are out there. We don't want to get sick. We want to keep our family, our friends, our community safe. So it's nice to see these people standing in these long lines to get tested to make sure that they're healthy. But just like every other problem that's popped up here on the planet Earth, man finds a way to turn it into a scam and to try to steal from their fellow man. No different with COVID-19. So wherever you're from, if you see these pop-up tents, just remember those 3 tips. First, are they associated with a reputable healthcare system? Not just in the parking lot of one, but does the signage indicate that they are? Second, if they're asking for anything more than your healthcare card, I wouldn't give it. I would leave. And third, maybe even most importantly, look for those reviews. See if other people have experienced weird problems or difficult problems in trying to get their results. Maybe even go as far as the number that they have listed. Try calling it before you give that information. See if anybody answers. It's so hard right now with all the different fears that we have, but try to stay safe. Stay healthy. Wear your mask. Stay inside as much as you can. I know we're traveling more and going out a little bit more, just trying to get back to some type of new normal. But realize that no matter what we do, the bad guys are always a step ahead. And all we can do is try to warn each other, spread the message, help each other learn that some of these scams are happening. In addition to the physical scam that I just mentioned, we're seeing a higher increase in smishing attacks related to COVID-19. And of course, phishing's not going anywhere, is it? What we do is specialize in the human element of security, understanding what makes people tick. What is it about human behavior that makes people fall vulnerable to things like phishing, vishing, smishing, or impersonation attacks? Sure, a lot of people can perform these attacks as auditors or testers, what we call adversarial simulators. But truly understanding what makes someone vulnerable is what we specialize in. We want to help you and your company stay secure, learn about these vulnerabilities and why they work, and what you can do to help your people be the best defense possible. You can check it out on social-engineer.com for a lot more information. Anyhow, a couple other announcements that I always make. If you're really interested in social engineering, make sure you check out our Slack channel. The show notes will have a little bit of information about that and a link right to it. You can always check out my Twitter at @HumanHacker, where I have a sticky note that has the link to the Slack channel in there. Please give a shout out for Clutch, the best rock band on the planet Earth. Plus the lead singer, Neil Fallon, he is on our board for ILF, but you can check out Clutch at pro-rock.com. And please check out the Innocent Lives Foundation, innocentlinesfoundation.org. It's a nonprofit I started a little over 4 years ago that uses security professionals to help combat the horrors of child abuse, child trafficking, and child abuse material. We work closely with law enforcement. We're not a vigilante group. We work to get people who are doing these types of things apprehended. So keep all these things in mind. Please tune into our next podcast, where it'll be a much longer, talking to some wonderful people about different aspects of security, human behavior, and other things like that. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay secure, stay healthy, keep your families healthy. And I hope this special episode just made you even a little bit more secure than you were a moment ago. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you next episode. See ya.